Hi everybody, welcome back. So I had an experience where it kind of inspired me to do this video, but I'm not going to mention any names or really get into it in detail with you on what the experience was, because I do respect all of the other people that were involved. But I want to do this video. It's about false psychics and spiritual leaders, how you can tell that you're dealing with one. So first of all, a psychic is somebody that is highly spiritually advanced. It's someone that has already reached enlightenment and developed their skills and abilities spiritually, and they're able to use them in this life to help others find answers. And being spiritually advanced, they have already gotten through the ego, and they have already gotten through being selfish and going through that ego phase. And they're all about service to others. There is no lower vibrational psychic. They're very high vibrational, very loving, very understanding, very positive. So if you're dealing with a psychic that is lower vibrational, you'll know that that person probably isn't as psychic as they're saying, and they're manipulative and deceptive. So how can you know if the psychic that you are dealing with is lower vibrational? Well, first of all, I know from being a psychologist and a minister and psychic as well, that spiritual advising is just as important as having a counseling session with a doctor, because this is like medicine for your soul. So you would have somebody want to respect the privacy of their clients. So if you have a psychic that's sitting there and bringing up names and telling people's business to you, you know that they're very low vibrational, because gossiping and hurting people by breaking that confidence is very low density. So another thing, how you can tell that you're dealing with somebody of a low vibration, is that this person will always put other people down, especially other psychics. So it's okay if you want to go have a spiritual leader but explore in other places. That's how you find where you're comfortable, and that's how you find who you are, by knowing exactly who's right for you, and you're never going to know unless you explore. So if your original psychic is sitting there putting other psychics down, and oh, that psychic's evil, and that one gives me the creeps, and I think you should stay away from them, you'll know for sure that that's low density, because highly advanced spiritual beings would never negatively disregard another soul. We love other people and we want the best for them. So that person should have had it in their mind to know, being spiritually advanced, that you need to explore. So they wouldn't have felt threatened enough to negatively put those people down and block you from having more growth. And that's exactly what they're doing by doing that. They're trying to control your mind and put things into your head so that you stay only with them. And that will show you they're low vibrational also, not just from the negative speaking, but it shows you that they're low density too, because it seems to be all about money or their reputation. Or even some that do it for free are just all about control. So they could sit there and just put things into your head just to keep you there. So that's very, very low density. It's no good for you, and you don't need somebody like that. So another thing that I want to state is that I know that in Reiki, there are people that go and request to have Reiki symbols put into their aura. And this is done only by the person's permission. See, in my other videos, you may know that like attracts like. So there is such a thing, such as attachments, blockages, and even holes in the aura, but they're only there because of something that maybe is going on in your life that you're not aware of, or that you can't stop, such as maybe smoking or drinking, recreational drugs, being with somebody that doesn't fulfill your needs, or being around people that are deceptive or don't even have your best interests at hand. Those things lower your vibration. And that's how attachments and holes get into the aura. And once you have attachments and holes, it brings your vibration down. And when the vibration gets down, it stops up one of your chakras. It puts a blockage there. So what I'm saying is nothing can go into your aura that you didn't allow it to be there. So if you have a psychic that's sitting there and telling you that you have some crazy shape, number, or something in your aura and you hadn't requested it to be put there, you can know that this is totally false, because nobody can do anything to your energy that you don't allow. There are people that send negative energy to bother you, and they'll influence from the outskirts, such as curses or negative entities, but they can only stick around. Curses and negative entities can only stick around if your energy field was weak to begin with. But such as anything that's to be permanently stuck there, it has to be put there by your own permission. You have to come right out and say, yes, please put a circle or a Reiki symbol or something in my aura. So if they say something ridiculous like, oh, somebody put a star in your third eye chakra, you'll know that this is totally bogus. Especially if you don't feel down, because if you had a blockage like that in your aura, you would feel like you wanted to go to the hospital, because it would block up all of your energy and you would just feel sapped. So if you have had healing done and you feel generally good, you know, there are side effects to having your energy renewed. You might feel a little dizzy and you might feel a little bit lightheaded. Sometimes you might even get like a runny nose or something like that, but you would never feel extremely ill. So there are instances where you might have caught a cold right before you had your energy healed, and that could have been maybe a result of why you're feeling some type of way after having a healing. But have the person repeat it and see what happens, and if you feel good afterwards, you'll know that it was from the cold itself, or it could have been caused by maybe somebody sapping your energy, such as a lover or a friend or somebody that just doesn't fulfill your needs or make you feel good about yourself. Sexual experiences that are unfulfilling can also make you feel bad in your energy. But as far as having anything deliberately put there, you have to give permission for that. It's true. So, if they tell you that something is going on with you that you've never heard of, and when you go to do research on it and you can't find anything on it, that's a good telltale sign that this person is making things up. Everything that any spiritual leader says to you should already be basically known, because all of the real spiritual leaders come from the same realms and we all have the same advanced understanding, so a lot of the same information will be out there. So if you can't find it, it's not true. So another thing is, if you are with a psychic that makes you feel like you're being punished for something, like when you go in and maybe this person is making you feel like you've done something wrong in some type of way, and then they make you do something ridiculous, such as go home, you have a curse, go cleanse and wash your hands 50 million times, or sit with your hand on top of your head to remove your blockages. That person is punishing you, and that's because they know that they're losing control. So all of these things are very, very low dimensional behavior, and it's not something that you want to get involved in, because you're looking out for your own spiritual welfare. You want the very best for your soul. So what you want to do is you want to find somebody that you know. Sorry guys, I have allergies so bad. So you're going to want to find somebody that you know is who that they say that they are. When you listen to that person talk, do you really feel what they're saying? Does it feel like they're talking directly to you when you're watching or listening to them? Also, when you type in their name, you're going to want to do research on anybody that you're going to allow to handle your soul. So do a search on them, and when you type in their name, if they have a whole list of a bunch of things that they have online, that shows you this person's really serious about their work. So read some of it and see what it has to say, so that you yourself can get into their mind and their spiritual way of thinking, and see if it resonates with you and if it proves true with you. That's how you'll know that you're dealing with someone that's very heartfelt and advanced. If you type in the name of the potential person that you're going to go to and only one or two things shows up, that's usually generally a psychic that is only looking to make a couple bucks off of somebody. So you'll know by the effort that they have put into their work. So it's very important to me that you all stay away from these false psychics. There's so many things going on. We have the star seeds and all of the incarnated angels waking up. And these are the type of people that you want to go to because they're spiritually advanced and they're going to be all about you. And you'll know for sure that their abilities are advanced because they came from higher realms. So find yourself somebody that is an incarnated advanced soul. That person has to answer to the heavens and the celestial, so they're not going to want to deceive you in any kind of way. I know that I would never want to hurt anybody to begin with, and especially because I was sent here to help, and if I don't do that and I mislead or hurt anybody, I'm going to have to answer to God in the end, or Source in the end. I'm going to have to answer to my guides in the end, the whole spirit team. And I have seen this done throughout all my lifetimes through other people and what they had to go through because of the karma that they created by deceiving and hurting others. That's not something I want for myself. And I certainly don't want you to have any kind of bad energy either. So find somebody that's coming off to you in a loving manner. They're out for your best interest. They give you the total package. It's not all about money. And, you have to have an even exchange of energy. Sure, psychics are going to charge. It drains their energy doing this work. It really does. Especially if you're doing 10 or some people a day, you're going to feel like you ran a couple miles afterwards. So it's not just like, hey, pay me. You should find a psychic, hey, you're going to pay for it, but it shouldn't always be all about money. Because if you need the help and you don't got it, if that person genuinely cares, they'll give you the help anyway. So I hope this information helps you to understand who's true and false in this whole entire psychic world and this line of work, so that you find somebody that you resonate with and that you feel you can trust. Because it's so important to me that even if you don't come to me, that you find somebody that is trustworthy, loving, and all out for the best care of your soul. So namaste. Thank you for watching. Good luck in your search for a wonderful spiritual leader.